This could be one of the best mid-range gaming phones of 2025. This is the Infinix GT30 Pro. It's been getting a lot of hype recently, and I can see why. Even though these are just my first impressions. I love the design, it's got good hardware, and a few gaming-focused features that might make this an easy choice, if they price it right. Because as of recording this video, I don't have the SRP in the Philippines just yet, but let's talk about why this could be a good pick if you're looking for a good mid-range gaming phone. Obviously, I've already unboxed this, but let's show you everything that came inside the box. Now, after you get through the sleeve to flex that they are an MPL partner, you have the actual box of the phone where you have the usual accessories. A USB-C charging cable, the 45-watt wall charger, some documentation plus the SIM ejector pin, a really nice frosted case, and the phone itself. Now we also got the gaming kit for the GT30 Pro, and inside you have another charging cable, the mag case, and the mag charger cooler. With that out of the way, let's talk about the phone itself. And let's dive right into its processing package. The GT30 Pro has a Dimensity 8350 Ultimate that's been paired with 12GB of RAM and 512GB of storage. Now we've seen this package in action before, and it has been able to deliver solid performance for even the most demanding titles out there. No benchmarks yet, you'll have to wait for the full review, but just like any other gaming phone, this does have some features to give you an edge over those using just your typical mid-range devices. Things like the GT triggers or the shoulder buttons. These aren't new to this segment by any means, but they do help out a lot with FPS games like PUBG Mobile. Of course, if you have potato aim like I do, you'll still end up dying a lot. But having that quote-unquote console-like control, as they say in their marketing material for this phone, definitely makes things a lot easier. You also have a bunch of options in the XBoost menu to help you focus, like esports mode, where it basically turns off all notifications. This is also where you configure the GT triggers, turn on bypass charging, and set performance profiles to make the most of every ounce of juice this phone can produce. Then you also have the gaming kit that features the mag case and the mag charger cooler. Since this phone does feature wireless charging, this is a great way to get temps down and still make sure you can power the device without putting a USB-C port on the side, like more expensive gaming phones. Does the cooler actually work though? We still have to test it out, but I have seen a lot of content that suggests it does. It even gives you this little animation when you connect it to let you know that you can game all day with this. The contact point on the back does get cold, and Leia jokingly asked me to put this on the back of her neck to help her cool down after a workout, and she actually liked it. As for the battery of the GT30 Pro, it's at 5500 milliamp hours, which isn't bad, and also supports 45-watt wired charging, and again, 30-watt wireless charging that you don't typically see in mid-range devices. We're also getting a good size display on this phone, 6.78 inches, 1.5K resolution, which makes the pixel density a lot better compared to the previous model. You're also getting a high refresh rate on this, 144 Hz. It's an AMOLED panel, so color reproduction is really nice for watching videos, and it does support full HD streaming on Netflix, which is pretty common but still worth mentioning. You're of course getting stereo speakers on this, but the bottom one seems to be doing more of the heavy lifting, and you'll want to keep it around 70% to avoid distortion. Now for the cameras, you only have two, which initially had me worried, but no fillers here. You have a 108 megapixel main camera and an 8 megapixel ultrawide plus a 13 megapixel front camera. Now I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not expecting a lot out of the cameras of this phone because typically when it comes to gaming phones, the camera performance is usually the first to be compromised, but hopefully we still get some good shots with this device. Now I do have to talk about the design of this phone because I think it looks absolutely sick, especially in the shadow ash colorway that we got it in. The other colors of the GT30 Pro that I've seen online kind of scream gamer phone a bit more aggressively. This is more sophisticated gamer. I was also surprised to see that Infinix is pulling a bit of a nothing phone here, but I do like the implementation. I don't find it tacky at all. I also like the ergonomics of this device. The frame is squared off, but it doesn't bite into the hand. Plus, it's a lot lighter than I was expecting. And actually, that's it. Those are my first impressions for the Infinix GT30 Pro. Again, one of the best gaming phones of 2025 if they price it right. Now, I have a feeling that Infinix will, but stay tuned for the full review to see if it's worth it. But that's it for me. My name is Tito James. Peace, and I'll see you guys in the next one.